What's up, guys? This is Michael Martell in the booth for another CtD challenge match today. Sitting beside me is Dustin once again.
What up?
Here.
What up?
We got Mike Calloway, the challenger in this match, if you say, and Terysa Wojnar is our pro. This to be a good match. The first two games again will be on High Street. Games 3 and 4, if necessary, will be on Red Square on 3 and 4, and then again, if necessary, Game 5 will go back to High Street. So we'll finish up their practice here. And we'll get started.
I'll take one more shot on this lane if you want.
So luckily for us, this match did not have to be hand oiled. We were able to get the machine up and running this morning to oil these two pairs, and everything looks to be smooth sailing now. Just give Dustin a second to set this match up.
All right. Who's going first? Terysa can start on the left lane.
Looks like we are ready to go. So as noted, if Mike wins this match, he'll be getting a contract through SPI. See if he can come through today. First shot. That's a good pitch. Light 7.
Throwing that Zen.
That ball has been all over the market lately. A lot of people really liking that ball.
Seeing that ball a lot on tour right now. It's like,
Those guys all have it in their bag. I've seen plenty go down the lane.
now we've seen a lot of those 7 pins over the last day from the righties.
Yeah,
What's the reason behind that?
It's
Good
pretty-
shot or bad
pretty
pitch?
interesting. I've seen a lot more of those here than in most places. It's a little bit behind the head pin, probably a little bit of rotation, making the ball deflect a little bit. But I am surprised by the amount of light 7s we've seen from our righties.
Yeah.
First shot for Mike. Sends a scout. Good start for him. Throwing an Axiom Pearl. Mike's second shot here on the left lane. Seems to be pretty good. 10 back. I said from the beginning I thought this would be one of our better matches this week. Terysa is an incredible player. Mike actually has a little bit of experience on the regional tour himself, so I think this is going to be a very, very good match. Really good shot. Terysa there. Much different ball reaction than on the left lane. The ball went high. Leaving a 9. Terrence, to answer your question, Terysa is throwing a 900 global Zen, and Mike Calloway is throwing a Storm Axiom Pro. Good cover there. Finds herself in a little bit of a hole early on.
This is a scratch match, so of course no handicap is involved in our match this morning.
Third frame. Working on 2-9 spares. Another good pitch, but a flat 10. Seems to be struggling with carry. But her ball motion is really, really good.
Now, if you're in Terysa's shoes, are you going to make a move? You just want to switch to 7, flat 10 on that lane.
I actually would look to ball change right away. Being that this is the easier pattern of the two, you can probably get to the pocket with a lot of different balls. I definitely think she should look to make a ball change. The ball just seems to be deflecting, at least on the left lane. And what we noticed yesterday is the 2 lanes play a little different just because they're different surfaces. So it might just be a ball change on the left lane, but definitely something she should look into early. Mike missing a little left.
Ball reaction. What score pattern are they blowing on? They're going to be blowing on red square. Of course, 40 feet, 1-to-1, or 42 feet.
It's
40? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's hard.
That's the pattern for 3 and 4. The pattern for lanes 1 and 2 is Calloway High Street.
We also do have a little bit of a different view on 1 and 2 here. Gives you a chance to see the score as well as the match itself. So let us know if you have any feedback for that new view here.
It's a pretty good shot there. Sends a messenger in front of it.
The message is not delivered.
He seems to be locked in early on. He's got some pretty good ball reactions. Got a little bit of miss room on this pattern. Did we figure out which game they're going to go in the dark today?
Oh, no, we didn't. Well, a little late for that now.
I
didn't even think about it.
Just decide. Oh boy. And Terysa's back in the match. Staying with the Zen.
Almost another 9-pin, kicked it out.
Good pin carry there. Good shot. She seems to have a pocket on lock. It's just a matter of getting the 10 down. Looking to take the lead here. Good shot.
Big
Really
double.
good shot.
Keeping it clean. Keeping it clean.
She takes a 1-pin lead early on. Let's see how Mike recovers here. Mike shreds the rack. This ball seems to be going through the pins a little bit better than Terysa's. However, she did throw a nice double there. Maybe she's figured something out.
So got a pretty even match here.
Yeah, one pin match through 5.
Again, this is a scratch match, so I don't worry about adding pins to a player's score. Didn't like that one off his hand.
A little left, maybe a little slow. Should be a makeable spare for him. Covers nicely. That's a tough spare. Could be our clutch tough spare of the match, as we were saying last night. So Terysa can increase her lead to 11. Working on a double.
It'd be a big shot if she can manage. Oh, another
Or
7.
7. And that's not the same hit as the other 7.
Definitely not.
Covers nicely. Damien, in response to your question about leaving different single pins, Terysa has not missed a pocket. The ball seemed to go through the pins a bunch of different ways. I had mentioned earlier about a ball change, but she seems to really like what the Zen is giving there. That was a great example there. But that was 10 in the pit. That was as good as it can get. But yeah, you can definitely do some different things to create some better pin carry. Either move your feet, move your eyes, change what you're doing with your hand, change balls. There's a lot of different answers. They're all correct in some way. So there's definitely a lot of different approaches you can take to get some better pin carry. I really didn't like that one. It's really far right. Sure, he'll cover this one. Pretty good match here early on, though. Changes balls for the spare. Covers easily. Looked like a high road X on the spare. See what he decides to do now on the left lane. Did go high that last shot there, 3-6-10. Seems he's going to stay with the X here for. Looks a little bit better. Great shot. Great shot for a rep 10. So we're going to give you a closer look at the angle that Terysa was playing with that Zen. See if she can capitalize, take a bigger lead here as we get into the end of game 1.
Great shot.
She's controlling the pocket extremely well. It's 8 really good shots so far this game. Just doing all the right things, keeping the ball in the pocket. The lead is now, I believe, 13. She's looking to make it 23 with another strike here.
Another strike here with
Almost locked it up.
Yeah.
She would just need a mark at that point. Seems like a good pitch.
Nice.
Carries well. 9 shots, 9 pocket hits. She easily could be bowling a lot more than 247 max.
Yeah.
So we'll just say that. Maybe a closer look at what Mike Calloway is doing now.
Yeah, unfortunately, we did get an error on our end that said Facebook did drop the stream. Unfortunately, StreamYard has had some issues with Facebook, and they did notify us of that. So we apologize if you are watching in the staff group. We're hoping that it's going to be back up here in just a couple minutes.
Mike needs all of these hits to force a mark on Terysa's hand here. Let's see what he can do. Looks like a good shot. A little wide.
I did see it.
A little wide. If I was him, I would look to a ball change on the field here. He started off the match extremely well, and then it looked like he ran into a little bit over under.
Do you think that's something because of the surface of the ball, though, just the ball itself? What do you think?
I mean, he tends to rotate the ball a little bit. He has a good amount of rotation. So that could be a huge reason why his ball is just scooping through that spot a little bit. I could see him balling up if he has a ball up with him. They grab another ball. I believe that is a higher X.
So going the other way.
It's going the other way. See what it does. Could be the right move. He knows his equipment well. We were talking about this before. He does have experience. So let's see if this works.
Pretty good.
Pretty intelligent ball change there. Expecting him to bowl a big second game if his ball reaction looks like that.
I know from talking to him, he really likes the higher Odex. So
you can tell by looking at it. It's got a lot of nicks in it. You can tell he's throwing that ball down the lane a lot.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe just be a function for Mike, just going to something that he knows what it's going to do. It's a ball that he likes.
Right. So something he's more comfortable with.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit about how he's struggling with different feels in his balls and trying to find a PSO that can match what he likes. And that could definitely play a factor in what balls feel comfortable for him. So there's a lot of times if you're more comfortable in a ball, even if it's the wrong shape, you'll tend to throw that rather than the right shape if you're not comfortable with it. Yeah. So first errant shot of the match for Terysa. Luckily for her, she had this match sealed up pretty easily. Bowling nice clean 230. $34 for Terysa Wojnar. Nice game.
So 234, and then Mike had 2-0. 204.
Same thing as well.
So game 2, Terysa is up 1-0, and Mike will start this game.
Calloway's first shot. Like Mixer gets job done. Seems a ball change was the right move. He seems happy with the result. First shot, game 2.
Good shot.
That's how you know she's bowling well is she got a lot of the high flush hits, and now she's getting a nice 6 into the 10 off the wall. So it's a big carry going her way so far. Like I said earlier, that first game could have easily been 260 or more for her. She did hit the pocket the first 10 shots. It seems she is really comfortable with where she's at.
What's the status of Slick Willie? Slick Willie is alive and rocking. So he's good. He's in recovery. But no, we were able to get the lane machine up and running this morning, and we were able to run lanes. Gave everyone a lesson this morning, and they're actually currently getting a lesson on ball motion right now. So thankfully, we were able to get it going and have our matches today. Lots of matches coming up today. First one coming up at 12:30, then 3:30, and then 7. What time do you bowl today?
I bowl at 3:30 and at 7. We'll scratch match the first match, and a handicap match the second match. Interesting question here from Joshy the bowler. Good shot by Calloway.
Good shot.
How do you make your spares if you drift left or right? You have to acknowledge how much you drift. You've got to try and make it as consistent as possible. Drift is not a bad thing. Actually, me and Mike Calloway were talking about this earlier, how he drifts on his first shot, but it is the same amount every shot. And so he's able to understand where to move around the lane and how to use that to his advantage. So ideally, you want to learn or acknowledge what your drift is, make it as consistent as possible. That's the first step. From there, you should be able to get your targeting to a better place, and you should be able to understand where you should be looking and what you should be doing. But yeah, first I would acknowledge how much your drift is, and then go from there. Sort of a wild pitch there by Mike on the left line. See if he covers. Spare.
Spare.
Nicely done. Go lane view for Terysa's third frame here. See if her angle is any different than where she started today.
I like this angle.
Yeah, this is makes my job very easy to analyze what they're doing. It's a good pitch there. A little high. See it from this angle, it did look like she hit it a little bit more. Got her hand around the side of it a little bit more. Could be the reason going high, just a little sharper. I don't know if you have an answer for this. Not sure.
Yeah, he is still bowling.
Who smashed their hand?
Huh?
Who smashed their hand?
His name is Brad Johnson. So, yes, he's still bowling. We reached out to him just to make sure that he was good to go. And he is actually on his way here. So, he is going to be bowling tonight.
Hope he rested up. Calloway leads by 8 for 3. Fourth shot for Terysa. Really good shot. That was an incredible shot. They were back to where we were at the beginning of the first game, where I was just looking like it's not going through the pins all that low. However, she did throw a bunch in a row to close out the last game. So see what kind of move she makes going forward. Nicely done on the spare. She seems to be a really good spare shooter.
Yeah.
And as a pro on the women's circuit, you definitely need to make your spares.
Yep.
They don't. It's not that they don't strike as much as us, but they do keep the patterns the same. At the same toughness as the men's tour, and with their rev rates and being a little bit lower, they don't carry nearly as well. Calloway in the fourth.
I mean, really, in that situation, like, no matter how you throw it, if you're the most powerful guy on tour or not, spare shooting should be like the top priority.
Absolutely. You will not win if you don't make spares.
Yeah.
I grew up with a saying, strikes are for show, spares are for dough. And Mike almost used my words there. Almost made that for It's a really good attempt. Is the ideal move for the quarter 10 a slight move, right? Not always. It depends exactly what you're trying to get your ball to do. I know a lot of people who would like to go light after the quarter 10, and they'll actually move left and look to go light. I know some guys who will move back, trying to get their ball to hook a little bit more. A lot of different areas. Another good shot. Mike's bowling well. The score's just not really reflecting what he's doing. He only had a couple errant shots last game. One bad shot this game. The score's not really showing what he's doing. Ball change for the spare. Covers.
Spare.
Let's see if Terysa makes it both off that forward last shot of this lane. I would assume so. Really shot there.
Flush. Great shot.
Yeah, it looked like she just didn't really hit that one as much as the last shot. Like the ball was just relative same area. And hand just was a little bit better with it.
Yep.
It's disappointing you don't have a match this week. At least not yet. I would have enjoyed watching you roll.
Not yet.
Got to get that undefeated record out of there. Great shot by Terysa. She opens up a nice lead there for herself.
Yeah, man. If I can get a match, if somebody wants this smoke, come on. I just hope Billy's watching.
Billy's the one that wants you to bowl.
Billy,
He was ready for you yesterday on when he practiced on Red Square. He was ready. Calloway looking to stay in it. Pitch
shot.
Take a look at the score. Still a relatively close match. Calloway down 15 through 6 frames. But we'll see if he can cut the lead to single digits here. Shot in the 7th.
Let us know what you think about this view. Obviously, a little further back than we usually are. Just let us know, and then we can either make a change on 3 and 4, or leave it as is.
Calloway needs to convert this. Terysa looks to be. She's still on, and she hasn't really lost a pocket yet. He needs to make this fair, in my opinion. And he gets to. At least he got the wood. $21 in the 7th for Calloway. Terysa pacing to 50. Looks to be a good shot.
I mean, if you're Mike right now, you're running into a buzzsaw.
On this pair, yes.
Yeah, on this pair. So are you what's your mindset to help get past that, to give yourself a chance?
So here's the thing. They're going from the easier pair to the flat pair. And I really do think that if he controls his emotions on that pair and makes his spares, he will have a chance to get back in the match. We know, we saw yesterday, anything can happen on that pair to the right. Ryan Connor wants to go against you. Is that Dustin?
Against me, yeah. So Ryan beat Ron. So now he wants to beat me.
So cool.
You gotta win, man. You gotta play to win.
I don't know. I'm not sure I know that name, Ryan Connor, but if he beat Ron,
He throws it pretty good.
Let's see, you got to be a good player if you beat Ron. spare. It's got a hook. And it does. Staying clean. He has a 34-pin lead as we go into the tail end of game 2. Yeah, we're in a situation again where Calloway needs all.
That one really good.
And I bet he liked it right off the stand, you can tell. It's got to keep the pressure on. That's all. I think it gets interesting if he gets this one because that will force Terysa to mark decent count, mark to win the match. And if she doesn't, if she low counts or something out of the ordinary, he has a chance.
What?
They got there. Now Mike Calloway's max is 191. As long as Terysa stays clean, she should have a 2-0 lead in this match. Lane view again here in the 9th. Stood up out of it a little bit. 10 in the 5th. That's going to wrap up this game. Terysa needs 4 to walk up this match. Or I should say this game match. Decent pitch. Lower 9. I'll tell you, her ball runs the 8 over pretty good. Not a lot of ladies below her 9 anymore. She will take this game as well. We'll be up 2-0 going into the 2 games on red square. Just needing to win one more game for the match. So we'll go ahead and get cameras set up for 3 and 4. Change for Terysa. And I don't think she's going to be throwing it. Seems Jason Wojnar is not happy with his performance last night. He's not happy. But his wife's pulling well, making up for his defeat last night. We get 3 shots on each lane now, correct?
3. Yep.
Alright, so it's now 2-0 Terysa. I think it's going to be very interesting because a couple of opens and a quick 160 or 150 game can definitely win a game on this pair. You saw it yesterday with Jason's match. He almost won a game on this pair with 140. So, actually, I believe it was 130. So, it's been an interesting game. We'll see how this goes.
luck.
Good luck.
Seems like we're good to go. Show you the score once more. Now let's get started on the red square pattern. For shove. PBA wash.
I think this match over here, as we've seen over the past day, is going to come down just to spare shooting. Catching a double.
Doubles are hard to come by. I think in all the games called on that pair, we've only seen 3 or 4 doubles. Out of trouble. That is a lot of 9.
That's a whole lot of 9.
7 to 9, real quick. I'm sure he's glad with the result.
Good spare. Mike is throwing the High Road X.
You really like that one. Yep. Great shot there. Gives him an early lead.
And Terysa's throwing an IQ Tour. Good shot.
Really good shot there.
Thank you for the feedback there, Kevin. We're always, as Ali said, we're always looking to make the matches better, trying different things, just continuously improving on these matches. So we appreciate the feedback.
Big grab there.
Didn't like that one.
That is a 3-9.
Something I don't want to shoot on this.
No, that was what I was preaching yesterday. No multi-foot spares on this pattern. See if she can cover.
Oh. It's all right. A lot of game left.
I feel like that was the right approach to making that.
Yeah.
I don't think hooking at that is safe on this.
No. Not at all. As much as you can take the lane out of play, the better.
Right.
Good shot. Big double.
Kind of what I was talking about. I think Mike's got a good look on this pattern.
Yeah.
His lesson on his game earlier, it was on this pattern. Once he got lined up, he was doing a lot of things well. I think if he can carry the momentum here and give himself a comfortable lead.
Oh, not a good shot.
Very lucky to leave just a
Yeah, I'm
five there.
surprised that didn't take off. I feel like a lot of the misses left just take off. I'm just right. No chance. But you're on a flat pattern, so it makes sense.
Let's see what his approach is to making this. Excited.
Woo-wee!
Very lucky to get back to that one. Go straight at it or look at it. That looks to be much better. That was a very good shot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I
It
think
wasn't all that different on the first shot on that one.
she might have grabbed it.
Maybe a little slow with it as well.
But I mean, targeting wise, I felt she was getting the
I
right part of the
thought
lane.
that was a quality shot. The good thing is she has 2 games on this pair one.
Yep.
So if she uses this game to get lined up, get comfortable. And then this next one, I'm sure she'd be okay with that. I believe she is making it.
Afterburner, this is. No love, but easy spare.
Let's see if Mike can continue to pad his lead.
Mike's got a
Comfortable 40-pin lead through 4 frames.
He's keeping it clean, so that's the
Looks
whole
to be a
goal.
good shot. Really good shot there. Great shot. He is controlling this pattern pretty well.
Yeah.
He's in the pocket 4 out of 5 frames. He's doing the right things. This double here would be really huge for him. He'd be up 50 through 6 frames.
Good shot. Lined up.
He's bowling a very good game so far. 5 out of 6 shots in the pocket. He looks more comfortable on this than he did on the top. Mike pointing at his head saying that that's why he did not bowl well on the first pair. That's a big part of the game. Great shot. Could she move deeper? Went back to the tour. I think that was the right move. Got closer to what he was doing, where he was finding the shift.
Now, did you find the different lane services have each lane play different yesterday?
So when I practiced on that pair, I actually only practiced on the left lane. And I mean, I was able to play him, believe it or not, pretty similarly. All things considered. So I don't think they're too different. But again, the righties were a little bit bowling on that pair before this match. So there was a little bit of transition to begin with. And so this pair seems to be blowing over faster than it did yesterday. Terysa covers nicely. But yeah, I mean, I don't think the 2 lanes on this are drastically different. I think it's much more noticeable on 1 and 2, where I threw the same ball just with 2 different layouts to control the lanes a little bit differently. I was able to throw the same ball on both lanes on 3 and 4. Calloway. That was really far right, and light turned.
Way right.
His ball reaction on this pair is as good as it can get right now. He's got really, really comfortable 53 point lead with just 3 frames to go. Covers a good spare. He's in the driver's seat on this pair. He might pull the highest game of the week so far on this pattern. I believe the highest game is in the 2-0 range. And Jason had 2-0 on that pair. I bowled 2-0 on that pair. So Jason waving to our masterful crowd of 4 people right now. Looks to be a good shot again. He's really good on this pair. This is some really good bowling.
So Terysa has 83 in the 6th, and Mike has 138 in the 6th.
Gave him 7. So you'll need to.
I'll change that.
They strike.
That's just a bad break. Seems to be some better shape in there for her. Just a matter of getting comfortable using it. Like I said, with a 2-0 lead, she has some time to get her feet under. Hey, big hit there. Mike needs one pin. Mike needs one pin and 4 balls for the shutout here. I said it yesterday. Both sides of the head pin are in play on this pattern. You just gotta tickle the head pin and see what happens. Especially for people that don't bowl on these conditions very often.
Yeah.
There's his. Mike definitely bowled a high game on this pair so far, and it might not be close as he has 240 on the board still.
Yeah.
He's bowling far better on this than he did on the easier pair. Props to him for that. He will take a 8-3 win. Now he's down 2-1 in the match.
What up, senior?
Looks like a good shot again.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure he's okay with that.
Terysa's going to take this 10th frame.
Make a ball change here.
Just find a look.
With phase 2.
She knows that Mike has a really good look, so she's going to have to find something just as good.
She's got a double on the left side, man. That side looks okay. You could win on that side. That would have made a 7-10. Whoa, where? Whoa. Throw it harder. That's a really good shot. I get to her, I think if she went to a ball, it was a little more angular. Yeah, obviously, I don't think the angular stuff on the fresh on this is very good, but Mike is having a lot of success with that wire it is. Him, it looks to be angular. I feel like if she went to maybe that Zen that she was on the left pair. I feel like she would be okay. Although that afterburner looked pretty good too, just now on the fill. It's a 227 to 158 win for Mike Calloway. He blows the high game out on that pair. So 227.
Still undefeated in the dark.
Yeah, we're very dark today.
If you guys go to game 5, we'll bowl it in the dark. We realized that after that we didn't do the high ball picks the dark game. We were just trying to get you guys on and ready to bowl. I like that. There's some confident speaking there.
We're going to talk louder.
Oh, I apologize for not being loud enough. We'll make sure I do better.
You're not a loud talker as it is.
Only when I bowl.
Only when you bowl. Yeah, I'm usually not the loudest when it comes to something like this. But appreciate the feedback. We'll make sure that we are not whispering. So Mike's starting off with a split. It's almost conversion.
I was waiting to see that pin bounce out of the pit again. I think this 7-10 off 7-10.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
So sticking with the afterburner.
And she pumps her fist at the Brooklyn.
Went to something definitely more angular.
That's the right move as long as she gets the ball to the right place. I definitely think that will benefit her.
I would agree.
The earlier, smoother ball with so much transition in the front part of the lane, if you get it through that spot, it's a little too lazy. If you get it to right in the front, it's too much ball. It's left again. 1, 3, 9, I believe.
Yep.
Another spare that I am very glad I am not shooting at right now. See if she covers.
Electing to go straight at it. Good
Right.
idea.
Definitely the right choice. Takes the double wood off. It's a good count there. Count was definitely important because it keeps her even in terms of pins if he marks.
Correct.
So like the count is still important. Seems to be a good shot. He is
shot.
bowling, with the exception of that split in the first, he has bowled some really good frames.
Yes.
That's fair. I am impressed.
He's actually making himself some room. Doesn't have to ace every single one, which is the position you want to be in something like this.
It's not often you can create room on a flat pattern.
Yeah.
When you can, you have to use it. He has used it very well. It's close.
Good shot.
He's just. I am impressed. I said it earlier. I liked his ball reaction on this pair.
Yeah.
I really did. He is giving himself a very good chance to force a game 5.
Yep, still a lot of game left.
Which I took the executive order in deciding that will be bowled in the dark.
All right.
Game 3 in the dark.
Good shot. Flat 10. Huh? If it goes to 5, yes.
I gotta agree.
Yeah. Everybody, they were asking for it. I decided we were going to do it. Covers nicely. There's a lot of 8 there. Could have been the 2 back pins as well. I mean, you definitely would not want to shoot it at like that. Maybe the 3-6 is not bad there. It's got a hook. Now, Mike is in a similar position to the last game where if he gets comfortable, this could get out of hand.
He's definitely in the driver's seat. That's for sure.
He has the better look to the pocket. As I say that, Brooks for a triple. Gives him a sizable lead through the first 4 frames.
Yep.
55 in the fourth for Terysa. He is on pace for 98 in the fourth if he keeps striking. It's a tough spot for her to be in this early in this match. It's in again.
Lots of game left. 3-6-10 there for Mike.
That is not what I want to shoot on this. That spare should be circled and in red, meaning split. I do not enjoy that. I feel like I make the washout or the 2-7 more than I make the 2-4-7. So, as I say that, he gets 2. And now we are back in a match here. Double gets her back in this. I'm sure she has the ability to do that.
Yeah, double is going to be huge here.
It's got a hook.
Back to the IQ tour.
Yeah, it looks like it. And that was a really good shot there. Double wood.
Is electing to hook at this one. And
She
gets spare.
covers. That is great split conversion there. Jason shakes his head in approval. Looks to be a very good shot. Just a hinge clean.
Yeah.
So what I'm seeing as we progress through this second game is that the right lean appears to be hurting. I've seen a little bit more misroom to the right on that one. So she can convert this again. Looks to be good.
Good spare.
And back-to-back split conversions on the 2-8. Still a manageable match for her to win. She needs some cooperation from the pins and from Mike. It's another 3-6-10 combo. Chose to hook it this time and covers, and that is ideally the way I would shoot it with the plastic ball.
I always want to take the lean out of play with the plastic ball on something like this.
Mike has a 19-pin lead, 20-pin lead through 6. Definitely still manageable.
Oh, definitely.
Right.
Leg.
This is getting interesting because it looks like he's becoming uncomfortable. Made sure he got that one to the right after this left a couple of times. Goes to the spare.
Great spare.
Covers very nicely. Keeps himself well in play.
Terrence, I would go ahead and check your network connection, close your Facebook app, do whatever you have to do. The stream is working just fine, so it might be just a connection issue for you. Great shot.
Great shot by Terysa there on the right lane. So this next one is absolutely huge for this.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the score. Through 7. This one can get her in single digit range. I believe there is a ball return on lane 4. It's a little in. Pocket 4 pins. It's as good as you can really throw one on this. Those are the kind of hits you need to get to win. It's a really good shot. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. And Mike can put this match out of hand if he just pulls a couple of frames. Can force game 5 back on High Street on 1 and 2. Once again, he just does not seem comfortable at the moment.
All he has to do is fill some frames and be back on 1 and 2.
If he marks in this 9th frame, I believe this game is over. That looks a little better.
It's a great shot.
That locks up this game. That was a great finish. And, looks like we'll be going to game 5 in the dark on 1 and 2. It's a really good shot. It's all of them. Mike could lead a very ugly split and give her a chance to win.
Yeah, I mean, Mike just needs decent count.
Needs decent count, but 5 is possible on this. Many different ways. Super wash, Greek church. It's definitely possible. And that will pop.
A little left off her hand.
2. The staffer wins games 3 and 4. And we will have a game 5 back on the board, too. My pool's 220 and a minimum of 180 on the hard pair, which is by far the highest 2-game series we've seen on our Kegel red square pattern.
In the dark.
All right. We had to do that.
So we're going to be transitioning to game number 5 on High Street in the dark.
Here we go, game 5. With our clutch oil on the lane. Great first shot by Terysa. Now you can see the angles that these bowlers are using. Easier for you to see why they are leaving what they're leaving if they're not sure. Skinny jeans. Good cover there on the 10, although she was not sure if she made it. First shot from Mike. Breaks
out of
up
trouble.
4-9. The last time he went that high, he did leave at 4-9, so very grateful to get that 4th pin out of there. Good cover there. Nicely done. So now that the pattern is visible on 3 and 4, you can see just how tough what they were bowling on really is.
Yeah. I mean, no room for error. So best shots you're gonna have to be coming at when you're on 3 and 4. Light mixer, strike.
Seems a little more comfortable now that he got the hard games out of the way.
Yeah.
Definitely think that'll help loosen up the swing as you go from one on the one pattern to one on the easier pattern. It really does help. Take a look at Terysa's laydown here. See how she's playing them in comparison to Mike. Pretty far on top of him. I know she's not pleased with that result.
Good two. Always important to count there.
Third frame.
Great
That was
shot.
a real good shot. Looks like she moved a little bit. Angle just was not as steep as the first two shots.
Yeah.
Definitely think that was the right play there. As I started to hook more, she just didn't use as much of the drive. Look at Mike's lay down. It'll give you a good idea of how he's playing in comparison to where Terysa is. See if he's doing anything different based on what he sees.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty close.
Yeah,
Mike's launch angle might be just a little steeper, but I mean, they're pretty plane lane is pretty similar.
Mike now has a good 20 pin lead or 3. And this is it's getting interesting. 2-0 lead early.
The score of the match is 2-2. We're in a game 5 right now. Game 5 just started.
Oh boy. And
Little right.
That was the zero that we're not expecting to see in this match. But
I don't do that often, but you figured I'd do it on live.
at least he can laugh about it.
I just got to say it. Dice off the table. New shooter.
He made sure he didn't throw that one to the right. And he puts 10 back.
10 back.
All right. Well, that's like a 9 spare on a 1-bagger, you know?
Yes, sir.
It's it doesn't, the count don't change much. But it could make a big implication here if she doubles. She could take the lead because of that.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like she moved a little bit. And she strikes.
Great shot.
Good move there.
Great shot.
Still ran high, but great move. Now this next one can give her the lead.
Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in this morning. We will have matches throughout the day today, so stay tuned for those.
We've been right around 100 viewers this entire time, which is pretty good while everybody's at work.
That's awesome.
Good
Another great shot.
Slaps the 6 into the 10.
Yes.
That gutter gives her a 4-pin lead for 4.5 frames. Makes this a very interesting start to this match.
Yeah, we will be live again at 12:30, as well as 3:30 and 7 o'clock tonight. So if you want to watch some bowling, some challenge matches, all of our matches today are for staff contracts. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the Facebook page, so you can stay up to date on those matches. But anyways, Mike just threw a really good shot on the right lane. Coming back, he's going to want to just really relax and just trust a good shot on this lane.
It's a little better.
Great shot.
Gotta be better.
Right over the 8 pin.
10 in the pit. Saw the 9 pin for a second there, but went down nicely, and now he retakes the lead. We'd have to think that going from bowling on a flat pattern and going back to the easy pattern, the scores will be higher.
Yeah, you would think so. And I believe that is going to be the case. Great shot.
Very lined up now. She made a move off the big 4, and parlayed it into a 4-bagger, which gives her the lead once again.
And Terysa is throwing the Zen for 900 Global, and Mike is throwing the Hyrule X Storm.
Interesting that Mike was able to throw that same Pyro X on the harder pattern and play the lane fairly similar to where he is right now. Not drastically different, just not as much misroom to the right.
Yep.
It's a big shot here. Big shot.
Flat 10.
Big 10. It's a good pitch. Still in the pocket.
Great spare, run it down, just keep grinding. I think at this point, we know Terysa's lined up. So if she keeps going,
I think right now it's all about if Mike can stay on the gas pedal.
Yeah.
He has the opportunity to take a lead again here in the 7th, and it can grow to double digits in the 8th if he was to get both hits. Nice animation there on the lane 1 screen.
10 out of 10.
It's a little right. And almost rolls it out.
A whole lot of 9.
That's a big 9. That could have easily been 2-8-10, and that would not have helped his chances in this match. Should be an easy pickup for him.
No, that brings us to a fairly tight match here. Let's clear this.
Very easily. It's a 4-pin game with 3 frames to go. This is what you want to see when you put when you put the staffer in this position. You want to see how they come through with the pressure.
Yep.
This is going to be an interesting spot for him. Although I'm sure he's used to pressure with bowling on the regional tour a little bit. It's a decent pitch. He liked that one way more than the result. I see 2 pins.
I don't know if that just wiggled down lane or just never hooked.
It looked like it was a little bit quicker off his hand, and that could have just been why that ball scooted through that spot of oil there.
Yeah.
So it could be a little bit of carry down that they're creating there as well. This is their 3rd game on that pair. Should cover easily. She does.
Great spare.
Take a look at the score again, so everybody can stay up to date. Terysa, if she doubles, she can take a 15-pin lead, and that would be very commanding in this spot. That would really, really put her in a good spot going into the 10th. It's got a hook. That's just 10 back. That was as good as it's going to get.
Yeah. She's lined up.
She's bowled really good these last 6 frames after the big 4.
Yeah.
It's like that, whatever move she decided to make has paid off. Again, like I said, this could give her a 15-pin lead with only 2 frames to go. That is exactly the spot she wants to be in right now.
Marquise, the answer to your question is yes.
It's to be a really good shot. And she light mixers.
Mixer.
Another good shot there. Like I said, she is now up 15.
Yep, but by no means is Mike out of this.
No, Mike still has 228 on the board, and if he does get all of them, it would force strike and good count in the 10th for Terysa on the lane that she did for her. So it's a very interesting finish we're set up for here. Looks to be a little in. And carries.
Caught the hold.
Yeah, and I think that's where he's been striking from on this pattern. When he gets the ball right of that on this pattern, he seems to not. The ball does not get up the hill enough.
Yep.
It's a big spot here. Gotta have this one at the very least.
It's pretty good.
So
Great
shot. Ran it out. Must have liked it a lot. Got the result he was looking for.
Great shot. She's gonna come up in the 10th to make Terysa show up.
If he gets this one, Terysa does need the first hit. If he doesn't get this one, she needs a good count mark.
Yeah, and they're both lined up. So, I mean, anything can happen at this point.
We've seen it all in these 5 games.
Yeah.
Huge shot coming. Probably his biggest of the day. See if he can get 10 more. It's a little right. And he rings the 10. It's a little right. That's exactly what I was talking about on that right lane. He got the shot in. He carried better. And one on the left lane, he got it a little steeper. You can see the difference in the angle on the lane. It's a pinch for the right. He covers the spare dangerously.
Cover the spare in style.
Now Terysa just needs to stay clean. I'm going to leave it in this camera view to see her reaction.
Yep.
Some of the things that are very exciting about this, the different reactions when people try to win in a big spot. Took a good shot. That's 10 in the pit, and that will do it for this match. That will do it. Terysa will take all 3 games on 1 and 2 on High Street to win the match, 3-2.
Hey, you did that in the wrong spot.
Wow. Interesting spot, but nonetheless, Terysa Wojnar is our winner. 3-2 this morning. Holding Mike Calloway from getting his contract.
She's got it.
All right.
That was awesome.
Great bowling.
Nice bowling,
It's
guys.
all right. It's all right.
So,
That's a damn gutter ball.
because Terysa won, we will have a discount code for 15% off on the website. You can change that one. You can change it.
Once I remembered, I was like, oh.
The code is CtD CM15, and it's going to be good for a half an hour.
Yeah, it is.
Our next match is at 12:30, so you have until the start of that match to make a purchase. 15% off ctdbowling.com for the next half hour. The code will expire at 12:30. If you don't get the opportunity to purchase anything during that, you can come back to our matches later on today, and we will have some more opportunities for you to get a discount code. And if a staffer does happen to win, that code goes up to 20%. So the code is good for another half hour. So take advantage. All products on ctdbowling.com, 15% off. So hope to see y'all at 12:30. For Terysa will actually be back at 12:30, and she will be bowling another match.